semester, we're going to continue having the same schedule.
Okay.
7:30 p.m. for you guys. That's Colombian time, and I'll be there like, I don't know, 12 probably or 1 a.m. But it's going to be the same. It's not going to affect your process or your classes, right? Okay, so we have Juan Pablo, we have Leonardo, and Leonardo Slava, and Hugo Davila. Welcome, Henry. How are you?
Hi, how are you, teacher? I'm well.
And Hugo, how are you?
Hello, teacher. All right, thanks.
Okay, Ivan. Fernando, how are you today?
Hello, teacher. Fine, I'm fine.
Okie dokie. So we have. Yeah, Mayra is here. So we are just missing Beatriz. That I don't know what is happening to her. She hasn't connected lately. Do you have other classes with Beatriz?
Yes. Estudios del lenguaje, believe.
And has she connected?
Last class, I don't remember I have seen her.
Okay, and Angie, well, I think she's in China, so it's impossible for her to connect, apparently, because of the regulations over there. Okay, so today we're going to have first little quiz, Dharma, and then we're going to do a speaking exercise, okay? The quiz is mainly grammar, and it is about passive voice, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to share the presentation. Right, passive and active voice quiz. So, well, do you remember the differences between passive and active, right? How to identify them? When we have a passive sentence or read a passive sentence, where is the emphasis?
Sorry, teacher, can you repeat?
When we have what is the difference between passive and active voice, right? What is the main or the emphasis in the sentence of passive voice?
In the active voice, the emphasis is the doer. And in the passive is the receiver.
The receiver. Okay. So it is easy to identify in this way, right? So Juan Pablo, you're going to be the first one, okay? We're going to do like this: Juan Pablo, Leonardo, Hugo, Henry, Ivan, and at the end, Mayra, right? I'm going to show you some sentences, and you're going to tell me which one is the correct, okay? Like, well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences. Each one has 2 options, active or passive. And you need to tell me which one you choose. Which one is the
correct? Do I have to say the 5?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. In the first one is these cars are produced in Japan.
Okay.
Alan teaches I don't know to pronounce
geography.
Geography. German is spoken in Austria. Lots of houses were destroyed by the earthquake, and Henry Ford invented the assembly line.
Okay, perfect, great. Now, Leonardo, it's your turn.
Somebody is clean the office every day. somebody,
Oh, wait. First one. Somebody is clean the office every day. Are you sure? Is it passive?
passive.
Is
Yeah.
it
The office
passive?
is cleaned by someone, for somebody,
Okay. So in that
passive.
case, which one do you choose? Cleans or is clean? Somebody cleans or somebody is clean?
Cleans. Okay.
Okay. Somebody cleans the office every day.
Okay. The office is cleaned by someone,
Yeah.
by
You don't need
somebody.
to. You don't need to make them the active and passive. You just have to choose which of those passive or active forms is the correct one. Somebody is sent or somebody sends emails.
Somebody sent.
Once again, please.
Somebody sends.
Sends emails. Okay.
It refers to somebody, refers to third person, teacher. Yes.
Yes, always. Somebody,
Okay.
everybody, nobody.
Oh yes. Okay, it's a third person. Okay. Emails. I have to choose what is.
No, you just have to
Way?
continue with the next one. The grass.
Okay, the grass. The grass is cut. Cuts. It's cut.
Cut.
The grass has cut every day.
The grass is cut every day. Okay.
Every
Next
day.
one.
The key was found by Paul.
Okay. Paul found the key. Right. Next one.
The computer was fixed yesterday.
Okay. Good. So, Hugo, next one. These are the verbs, and you have to choose active or passive and put the verb in the correct tense.
Okay, he opens the door.
Okay.
Or he's opened the door. Excuse me. He opens the doors.
Okay. He opens the door. Right.
The letter is sent by me.
Okay.
I confuse.
Identify if you have the doer of the action. This is a question, no?
Yes. Is possible. Where?
Okay, where what?
Where your mom?
Okay, what's the auxiliary? Is it present? Is it past? You have here a clue. Every day.
Present.
Okay, so what's the auxiliary to make questions?
Do.
Okay, so do you use do or does in this case because you have your mom?
Does.
Okay, so?
Does your mom picks you up from school every day?
Okay, do you need to write picks?
No, pick.
Okay. Does your mom pick you up from school every day? Okay. Next one.
Mm, does the thief catch by the police officer?
Okay, so you have by the police officer. Is this passive or active? Who is doing the action of catching?
The police officer.
Okay, so passive or active?
Passive.
Okay, so
Mm, mm, does the thief is catch by the police officer?
okay, what did you write here in the first line?
Does?
You sure?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay, so remember that in passive voice, the auxiliary is the verb to be, right? So you don't need does or done or did,
Yes.
right? So let's say that you're going to do a question in past. What is the auxiliary?
Where?
The thief. The thief is singular.
Ah, okay. Excuse me. Was.
So,
Was the yes? Was the thief is catch by the
okay,
police?
wait, Antico, please. Is, you already have was. Was the thief. Now, the only thing that you need here is the past participle of the verb catch, which is
the verb catch. Caught.
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 So,
Yes.
was the thief caught by the police officer?
Okay.
So,
yes.
when we have questions, our auxiliary is going to be the verb to be in present and in past, right? But if it is present perfect, we need present perfect or past perfect or, yeah, you need the auxiliary have or has, right? And then verb to be, then past participle. In this case, has the thief been caught by the police officer? If it were like a present perfect, right? Okay, Hugo, last one, the airline.
The airline is past. The airline sent or passage or passage to Australia by mistake.
Okay, thank you. For everybody, questions can be tricky, right? So try to do lots of exercises using passive and active voice in question forms, right? Okay, next, Henry. Active or passive, and please choose the tense, the correct tense.
The first one is, I think, soy is grown by farmers in Argentina.
Okay, second one.
Um, um, people people are is
People are exported, that is human trafficking. Because in that case, people would be the receivers, right? So who exports Spanish tortilla to the US? Henry? Henry? His screen is frozen, right? Hello?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Ivan Fernando, you're going to do the next one. Active or passive, and choose the correct tense.
Positive, teacher.
Excuse me?
First sentence is passive.
Passive?
Yes.
So how do you make it? If you say that it is passive voice, the receiver is the uncle. So my uncle sold the bicycle. Does it make any sense? Or is my uncle the doer?
Sold. My uncle sold the. My uncle sold the bicycle when he was young.
Okay. So in that case, active voice. The emphasis is on the subject of the sentence, the doer. My uncle sold the bicycle when he was young. Okay. Next one.
All the plates in the cupboard.
By the child.
With the shirt.
By the child. Active or passive?
Okay, bueno. Passive, teacher.
Passive because you have by the child at the end, which means this is the doer and all the plates are the receiver of the action. So let's say that it is past simple. How do you complete this? All the plates in the cupboard?
Broke.
If it is passive voice, you need the verb to be in past and the past participle of the verb.
Has broke.
What is the verb to be in past?
is was.
Which one, Fernando?
Was.
Was or where, right? We have all the
Where.
plates. All the plates is plural. All the plates in the cupboard. So, do you choose was or where?
Were broke.
Okay, where? Now, what is the past participle of the verb break? Because broke is just the past, but what is the past participle?
Broken. Brooks.
Sorry?
Brooks.
Are you sure? Past participle?
Broken.
Broke. Broken.
Cat.
Can. Broken. All
Broken.
the plates in the cupboard were broken by the child. Okay? Next one, active
Okay.
or passive?
She don't think. Active teacher.
Active, okay. So, to make a negative sentence, you need an auxiliary if it is present, past.
She didn't find.
She didn't find.
Didn't find the book.
She didn't find the book. Okay.
Yes.
Next one. Active or passive? My car.
My car repair last week. Active teacher.
So you say that car is the subject or the object?
Subject.
Right. My car, okay, the verb is repair. Who does the action of repairing? The car itself?
My car is repaired.
Okay, last week. That is past.
Past is repaired.
My
car repaired.
Was repaired.
Was repaired last week.
Okay, my car was repaired last week. We don't know the person who repaired the car. So we are making emphasis on the receiver of the action. Now, it is past because we have last week. My car is singular. So the verb to be was and past participle of the verb repair. And the last one, this song.
This song was not written.
What is the past perfect of the verb write?
Written.
Written. This song was not written by John Lennon. Okay.
Written by John
Fernando,
Lennon.
you need to work harder, please, in English. Okay, you're very confused with active and passive and with the past participle of the verbs. Mayra.
Yes, teacher.
I'm sorry.
The film was made 10 years ago.
Okay.
When was tennis invented?
Okay.
The car wasn't damaged in the accident.
Mhm.
The original building, I don't know the past participle. Was pool. I don't know the past participle of pool.
ED was pulled down.
Okay, the original building was pulled down in 1965. Where was this pot made?
Okay. Henry, you there, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, teacher. Somebody turned off the Wi-Fi. So
Don't worry. I think,
this is soy.
okay, this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that one. Yeah. So the first one is soy is grown by farmers in Argentina.
Mhm.
People are okay. Are exporting Spanish tortilla to the U.S.
Okay.
The burial of the Count of Orgaz was painted by El Greco. You don't find penguins at the North Pole.
Mhm.
The last one, America was discovered by Columbus in 1481.
America wasn't discovered by
Wasn't discovered by Columbus in 1491.
Okay, good. I think you all are there. Okay, good. Okay, so let's try to do this paragraph together about Fiat. Okay? So read it, and in 2 minutes we start reading like with the correct form. Okay? Okay. Juan Pablo,
Yes, teacher.
can you help me with the first one?
The first sentence?
Mhm.
Okay. Fiat was started by a group of Italian businessmen in 1899.
Okay, Henry, sorry, Leonardo, keep going, please.
Uh, 132 cars
No,
was produced.
no. In 1903.
In 1903, Fiat was produced 132 cars.
Okay, are you sure was produced? Fiat was produced? So who made the action?
The Fiat.
Okay,
The
so
Fiat
Fiat.
produced on 1903 132 cars.
Fiat produced 132 cars, not cats. Okay, next, Hugo.
Some of these cars were exported by the company to the United States and Britain.
Okay, Henry.
In 1920, Fiat They started making cards at a factory at Lingotto, near Turin.
Okay. Fernando?
Near Turin,
Okay, there was a truck.
there was a truck on the roof where the cars were tested.
Mhm.
The
Wait,
technician
By
in
technicians. By technicians.
by technicians in 1936. Fiat launched the Fiat 500.
Okay, good. Now, Juan Pablo, Leonardo, and Hugo, I need you to go to Moodle, and in Unit 6A, you are going to find a Word document that says famous artist A. Can you see it? In Unit 6A,
Yes, teacher.
okay? Please download only famous artist A sheet, okay? And now, Henry, Ivan, and Mayra, please download the part B. Ready? Are you ready, guys? Do you have the document?
famous artists B.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So, as you can see, Fernando, do you have the document?
Teacher, the document is the practice 2 in the
No,
communication space, no?
no. You go
No,
to
unit 6A,
Unit 6A.
famous artist B sheet.
And you need the part B.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done, teacher.
Okay, Fernando?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so you have part B, right? So it
Yes.
looks something like that, right? As you can see, there is like a example of the dialogue you are going to do. You basically have the same pieces of art, okay? And you have some information about them, like name of the artist, the material, the year, right? Students A have some information that students B don't, and students B have some information that students A don't. Example, students A, you have all the information about the sunflowers. All of you have the name of the piece of art, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But students B, you don't have that information, right? Now, students B have all the information about the thinker, but students A don't, right? So what I want you to do is by using passive voice, ask for that information. Here you have the words. Who painted or sculpted, for example, the sunflowers, in this case painted, right? When was it painted? What was it painted with or sculpted from? And then you make like a summary, right?
Okay.
So you repeat the information. Okay, let me get this straight. It was painted by, in, blah, 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 with or from the material, okay?
Okay, got it.
And here is this is not, it was painted by, this is not, you don't need the question marks there. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So, Juan Pablo, you are going to ask Henry, right, about the thinker.
Okay.
Teacher.
Yes.
One called me and he has problem in the to the internet connection.
Who? Juan Pablo?
Juan Pablo, yeah.
Ah, okay, he's not connected. Okay, good. Leonardo.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Leonardo, you're going to ask Henry about the thinker.
The thinker. Mm, excuse me, I'm going to see. The thinker was sculpted.
Okay, wait, Antico. How do you make the question, Leonardo?
I have to do the.
First? Look at this. Who painted or who sculpted?
The thing. Oh, okay. Do I have to answer about?
Yes, you have to answer because
got
you
it.
have the information about the thinker, right?
Okay.
And Leonardo
So,
doesn't. So Leonardo
have to-
needs to complete that information. Then we
Okay, got
change,
it.
and Henry is going to ask about the sunflowers, right?
Okay, got it. Okay.
Now let's do this. Henry, you start asking for the sunflowers. And Leonardo,
Okay.
you give him the information.
Okay.
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 Who painted sunflowers?
The sunflowers was painted by Vincent van Gogh.
Okay.
On.
Wait.
Yes.
Just that. By
Just,
Vincent van
yeah.
Okay.
What was it painted with?
He painted the sunflower was painted with oil paints.
Oil paint. Okay.
Oil paint.
Okay. So let me get this straight.
Okay. You forgot to ask when.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, got it. Where was it painted?
It was painted in Holanda.
When?
When?
The date.
Okay. It was painted on 1889.
On or in?
In 18,
Remember, the position for years in.
It was painted in 1889.
Okay. So let me get this straight. It was painted by Van Gogh in 1988 with oil painting.
The sunflowers was painted.
Yeah, you say that's right. Okay. Now, Leonardo, I need you to do the questions about the thinker.
Okay. Made the thinker.
The thinker was made by Rodin.
Okay. Or sculpted.
Oh, okay, got it. The thinker was sculpted by Rodin.
Rodin. What material was used to make the thinker?
Okay, can you repeat that, Leonardo?
What material was
Materials.
used
Use,
to make the thinker?
Okay, great.
The thinker was made with bronze.
Bronze, okay.
When was made the thinker?
When was
When was
the
made the
thinker? When was the thinker made?
The thinker was sculpted in 1882.
1882.
materials they yes?
1882.
What-
Okay. Now you need to repeat the information, Leonardo.
Repeat
Yeah,
repeat it. I
like
repeat the
summarize.
question.
Let me
Summarize.
get this
Let
straight.
me get
Yeah.
this straight. The thinker was painted by, or sculpted, sorry.
The thinker was made by it was sculpted by I don't see the
Ooh, I
No,
told you.
of course you don't say it because you were asking for that information. You're supposed to take notes.
okay. So what I am a little confused.
Got it. A
You had to
little
make-
bit.
You had to make the question again. Huh?
Ah, yes, okay. Uh, what material was made the thinker?
What material was the thinker made?
What made?
The
In
thinker
this case,
was
the receiver goes between the auxiliary and the verb. Was the
Okay.
thinker made? Okay.
made with bronze.
Okay. Who made the thinker? Who sculpted?
Okay. The thinker was sculpted by Rodin. Rodin.
Rodin.
Yep.
When was sculpted the thinker?
No, when was the thinker sculpted?
When
Remember
was-
that it goes between the auxiliary and the verbs in past participle.
When was the thinker? When was made the thinker?
No, when was the thinker made?
When was the thinker made?
The thinker was made in 1882. In 1882, sorry.
Okay. What else?
Okay.
I think you had all the information here too.
Yeah. Hugo,
Yes,
you're
teacher.
going to ask Fernando.
Okay. Okay.
So-
The screen is possible?
What information do you need? What piece of art?
The screen.
The screen. Okay, the screen. This one, the screen. Okay, good. Ask him, please.
Okay, well, who painted the screen?
It was painted for this
By. He was,
much.
it was painted by. Who painted the screen? It was painted by. Who was the artist?
Munch.
Okay.
Okay.
It was painted by Munch. Okay.
Okay. When was the screen painted?
The was painted in 1893.
Okay. What materials was the screen painted?
What materials?
Material.
What material? Okay.
Material. The screen.
Was the screen
Was the screen painted?
with?
With painted.
Was the screen? It was painted in oil paint.
With oil paint. Okay.
With oil paint.
Okay. Hugo.
Yes. Okay. Let me get this straight. It was painted by I don't remember. Munch.
In
Munch in the 83. 83. With oil paint.
Okay, good. Now, Fernando, you need information about the ox. Can you please ask Hugo?
Okay. Who was the oil? The ox? How was painted?
Who painted?
Who painted
the ox? Who painted the ox?
Who painted the ox?
The ox was painted by John Suk Lee.
When was painted the ox?
No, when was the ox painted? If you take a look at here, it says it, right? Replace the it by the name of the art. So when was the ox painted?
When was the ox painted?
The ox was painted in the 50s.
In the 50s, okay.
When was what was painted with?
What was it painted with?
It was painted with oil paint.
Okay, Fernando, can you repeat the information? Did you take notes?
Let me get this
Straight.
train.
Straight.
This train was painted by John Subli. John Subli.
Yes.
In 1950.
The 50s?
50. With from
With only
with from
with oil paint.
Oil paint.
Okay.
Right.
Mayra and Juan Pablo.
So I need information about David.
Yeah.
Okay, so Juan Pablo, who sculpted David?
David was sculpted by Michelangelo.
When was David sculpted?
It was sculpted from 1501 to 1504.
What was David painted with, sculpted with from? Sorry.
It was sculpted with marble.
Okay. Let me get this straight. It was sculpted by Michelangelo in 1502 to 1504 from marble.
1501.
1501 to 1504.
To 1504.
Okay. Good. Juan Pablo,
Yeah.
now you need information about Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa. Yeah. Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Mona Lisa was painted by Da Vinci.
Okay. When was the Mona Lisa painted?
It was painted from 1503 to 1506.
Okay. What materials were used to paint it? To paint it.
Mona Lisa was painted with oil.
I think his connection is failing again. He's frozen. Or no?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, he's frozen. Okay, but I think the information is complete, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Leonardo? Now you're working with Mayra, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you need information about the Mobius strip, I think. Yeah.
The movie strip.
Mhm.
Okay, Mayra. The movie strip is a sculpture.
I think so.
I think so, right?
Is a
Yes.
that's good.
okay. Who made the movie strip?
The Mobius strip was sculpted by Escher.
Okay. Which material which material was made with the strip? No?
Leonardo. Again, questions. First,
Which
WH question. Okay, what material?
one material was made
Okay, what material was?
one material was the movie strip made?
Okay.
The Mobius strip was made from woodcut.
Woodcut. Okay, good.
When was the Mobius strip made?
It was made in 1963.
What else? No more.
Okay, thank you. Mayra, Guernica. Guernica.
Okay. Leonardo, who painted Guernica?
Guernica was painted by Picasso.
When was Guernica painted?
Guernica was painted in 1937.
What was it painted with?
Guernica was painted with oil paints.
Oh,
With
thank
oil
you.
paint.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Henry and Hugo.
Hugo, okay, got it. About
No, but that's it.
what we are done, yeah.
Yeah, we're done. I thought I had more. Okay, good. Questions, guys. Questions about this.
I don't have any questions.
No questions? You need to work on questions, right? On passive and active questions, especially passive, right? Especially in passive. So basically what you need to do is we said that let's work with this. Questions in passive voice, right? So the first thing you need to know is that you don't need the auxiliary do, does, or didn't, or did, sorry. Do, does, or did is not necessary in these passive questions, right? What you need is first, well, if there is a WH question, right? Then you need the auxiliary, right? Then you need the receiver of the action, right? And then you need the past participle of the verb. Okay? What happens here is that sometimes the auxiliary could be the verb to be. Is, are, am, was, or were. When you are working with present or past, right? Present or past. So, well, we can say something like, where auxiliary in this case is receiver, coffee, past participle, grown. Where is coffee grown, right? Or it could be in past. When was America discovered, right? In this case, the auxiliary would be the verb to be, past and present. Now we have other tenses in which the auxiliary could be will, could, have, has, right? Like, for example, has the cat, in this case, auxiliary has, receiver, the cat, right? Verb to be, been. Now the past participle fed, feed, fed, yeah. Yet. Has the cat been fed yet? In this case, look, the auxiliary is has, because this is present perfect, right? So here you need the verb to be always, and in this case, as it is present perfect, we need to follow the pattern. Then past participle of the verb. Yes.
I had a question. Can I say, why hasn't the cat been fed yet?
Fed yet, yeah. Why hasn't the cat been fed yet? Yeah, of course.
Okay.
WH question. Why hasn't, as in negative, the cat been fed yet? Okay. Important, between the auxiliary and the past participle or the verb to be past participle, you need the receiver. Okay. You cannot write the receiver at the end. Where is grown coffee? No. When was discovered America? No. When was America discovered? Right? Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yes, teacher.
Well, in this case, we don't have a receiver because we don't know it. But what can be done? What can be done to help our country? I don't know. What can be done to help our country? That is also a passive construction. Okay. Auxiliary in this case can, well, we don't need a receiver in this case because that's what we are asking actually. Verb to be, past participle of the verb. Questions?
No questions.
Have you been working on Dexway?
Teacher, I have a question. For example, in this case, the double question with can be used in the last part. For example, who do you live with? In this case,
Yes. Like in the case we were working, like what was the Mona Lisa painted with?
That's
What was the Mona Lisa painted with?
It is,
okay.
in
Thank
this
you.
case, it is asking about material, right?
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Next way, guys. How is it going?
I'm working on this way. I am in the 5th week.
Okay. On the what?
On the 5th week.
5th.
Yep.
Okay. So you're just missing 6. Okay. Good. This week, no, next week I'm going to check the progress and let you know who needs to work harder, okay? Or start working or keep working. Okie dokie.
Yep.
Okay, guys. So I'll see you next week.
Teacher, excuse me. Eh, can can you explain the tasks of this unit? Making a complaint. How many
Honestly, teacher.
paragraph should
Making a comparison.
making a comparison? Yes. How many paragraph should we write?
5. I think it's here. Let me see.
In total, 5 paragraphs.
5 in each case?
What do you mean each case?
To the to different situation.
Ah, okay. Think of. No, I thought it was another piece of work that I asked, but it's in another unit. Think of 2 different situations. One in which you were completely satisfied with the service, and the other in which you were unsatisfied. Bank service, etc., etc. Make an outline of the essay before you write it, and make sure to include it in Word document. Write a comparative and contrast essay following the tutorial. Upload the document in the space provided. Usually you write 5 paragraphs. 1, introduction, right? 3 body paragraphs and a final conclusion,
Okay.
right?
5. Okay.
In the introduction, you can mention that you're going to talk about 2 different situations in which you were satisfied and unsatisfied, right? You can start the first one, the second paragraph, I mean, with the first situation, right? Explaining all about it. The second one with the other situation, and the third one comparing both, like which service was better, right? And at the end, a conclusion.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so next week I will be connecting from England, same time, okay, 7:30 your time.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's it. Have a good night,
Thank you, teacher.
guys.
Good night.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
9.